All right. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's live dino action. Happy I could make it tonight. Usually, well, basically right on time, I guess. That's pretty good. A little bit earlier than last night, and I did schedule this a few hours beforehand, so hopefully it helped some of you guys get there. But I wanted to revisit some creatures that I used in the past. It's been actually a couple months, and for whatever reason I just haven't done it since the release of Tyrranax Rex here. But the thumbnail there, that is Goreclaw, Terror of Qal Sisma. At the moment there's only 2 copies. I could see myself going up to 3 possibly, just because I feel it is so fantastic. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast. That's most of the creatures in the deck at the moment. Topiary Stomper, of course, only reduced by 1, going down to 2 green, but after that, I mean, shifting, boom, Ripjaw, lovely. Regisaur, everything else. Helping to cast the big scary dinos even sooner, but also make them even scarier. They already have Trample, which is a little bit redundant with Goreclaw there. Oh, excuse me. I ate too much for supper. Mac and cheese with veggies. Oh, okay. Yeah, Goreclaw. Whenever Goreclaw, Terror of Qal Sisma attacks each creature you control with power 4 or greater, gets +1/+1 and Trample. Again, not super applicable. It is nice with Regisaur Alpha, making it a 5/5 Trample, boosting that token, possibly a little bit if we have Domri out. For the most part, it would never get that buff, but it does have Trample at least. Carnage Dart though, oh, just make everything bigger. Sometimes that's enough to get the job done, but because it is cost reduction, it has an immediate impact and benefit. Pterosaurus, how's it going? You watched it last night? Made you laugh? Good stuff? Hey, that's alright. I probably make quite a few people fall asleep. That seems to be a trend, and it is not a bad trend. Actually, I gotta move it up. I have to look down a little bit too far. One second. Gotta move my keyboard out of the way. Don't really need a keyboard, which is great for this game. It's just a mouse. Oh, good stuff. Just got home from work. Yes, you did not miss anything, but Goreclaw, lovely stuff. It has done the trick in the past. Likely, we have something that we can play the following turn, reduced by 2, plus with Goreclaw already having been out, we get to attack with Goreclaw, and she's going to buff everybody, and that is going to be a very, very nice thing indeed. Hey, that's alright. Sometimes sleep is good. Well, sleep is usually always good, but at the very least, I add chapters. If you fall asleep partway through, hopefully you can find your way where you left off, or just rewatch all that fantastic action. Oh, I got I started off my card showcasing stream, all those paper cards I just recently did with Goreclaw, recently reprinted in Jumpstart, the new Jumpstart that just came out, which is nice because Goreclaw is actually increasing quite a bit in its paper price, so it can be picked up for somewhat cheap. But I could see myself, like I was mentioning, 3 copies, 4 copies, because if this thing sticks around, she really is just insane, especially paired with Gwenna. Again, these 2, I was thinking of using both of them for the art tonight, but yeah, I had to revisit this at some point, especially because there is now such a big, amazing, scary dinosaur that can really benefit from this cost reduction, and Gwenna's ability now, where we add mana, she untaps whenever we cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater. Last night, after the stream, I worked on a list. It was basically this, and man, we just popped off. Like I was using Gwenna before, at a couple times where I played Galta for free. Fully reduced to 2 green. Gwenna, tap for 2 green, untap. Oh, I remember those times. It was back in November. Months ago now, which is crazy. But when you can play this for free and then play a bunch of other stuff, just perfectly chaining things. This is fantastic Graham, still, I must say. Hunt Master, Marauding, Thunderherd. Say I have to cut these. We still get to do some fantastic stuff with Gwenna, with Goreclaw. Ripjaw is in there. Not a whole lot of interaction, which we could get a little bit caught out. But consider this. Say it's a sorcery, speed, fighting, interaction, some nasty creature. I've been thinking for the most part, the creatures I have are at least as powerful or just a little bit more powerful than the creatures the opponents are going to have. So if I just leave them behind, you know, as a deterrent to attacking, or if they do attack, say Ripjaw blocks, trades with something else, that's alright. Stop myself taking some damage, drew a card, took out a creature. So it's kind of like that sense. Just have a creature down. Maybe it trades with one of their creatures, kind of like the creature was removal itself. We played it at sorcery speed. Maybe I could play creatures with flash. There are some things that enable that, but for the most part, just get some bodies down and use those as a deterrent or eventual removal when they do trade with the opponent's creatures at some point. But yeah, I switched up 3 mountains, 5 forests. I was mentioning last night that 4 mountains, it was still a little bit too much. Sadly, I only need 1 red by turn 2. So the math of 3 mountains, 2 Corplucin, 5, 2 Temple of Abandon is 7, plus the 4 Stomping Ground, 11 potential sources of red. I should be seeing at least 1 source of red by turn 2 in most hands. Sometimes I don't, but if I only need 1 source of red, 11 should do it. And then after that, I mean, with this particular list, it's only a source of red for Regisaur, and I mean, well, we don't need a whole lot of sources of red. I could see myself even going down to maybe 2 mountains, 6 forests, possibly. Especially with all the things that are needing green. If Ripjaw is reduced fully, got to keep in mind, especially with Goreclaw, only green mana for this, shifting, only green, Topiary Stomper. Gwenna does help fix as well, so maybe I could add a little bit more red dinos, possibly even add a 3rd color, maybe. But you know the game plan, big scary dinos. Sideboard is a little bit varied tonight, so some of you guys will probably appreciate that, since I like a lot of 3s and 4s, that sort of stuff. But back to nature still in, just in case we face anything enchantment related. Rampaging Ferocidon, nothing new there. We got to shut down Angels if at all possible, and if we do face mono green again, bring this guy in. Much more aggressive body, hit them as much as possible, and they might be low enough that there's Storm the Festival, all those creatures that enter the battlefield. Rampaging could shut down just enough by pinging, finishing them off, or simply stopping them from casting a lot of their creatures. Bouncer's Beatdown. Now, I've used it before to great effect. Take out Grease Fang, instant speed. 1 green is lovely. Shieldred, all that stuff. That's basically it. I've just been facing a lot of mono black or partially black creature stuff. Rakdos mid-range, of course. Domri, some ramp, removal, fantastic Planeswalker. I was thinking of starting off with this guy, but well, leave him in the sideboard for now if I need a little bit more interaction, possibly counterspell protection. Ripjaw, a single copy of that. I was tweaking things back and forth. I still wanted all 4 copies in total somewhere. Shifting Ceratops, if we're not facing anything blue related, I'll probably take 1 copy out, bring this Ripjaw in, call it a day. I tried to make it work with 4 copies of T-Rex here, but I just couldn't do that quite yet. Then Luca afterwards, ramp, removal. I think these are probably my 2 favorite planeswalkers at the moment. Man, that guy's done the trick in the past. Yes, Luca doing the trick. Oh, I know. Sometimes I do have to play him for 4, and then, I have to do the +1 to get him to 4 loyalty, because he enters with 3 just if I want to use his -4 the following turn. Sometimes I am not able to use that ramp whatsoever. I might make a bunch of Phyrexian Beasts, but for the most part, I should be able to get to 5, possibly do his -4 right away. And yeah, like you say, and I think a lot of other people have had some great success with this. Heavily creature-based. Removal for multiple things. That's where it's at. Just like I used Volcanic Salvo in the past, our Ghalta removal spell costs X less, where X is the total power we control. 10 and 2 red. If we can play Ghalta for 2, we can play Volcanic Salvo for 2 red, and boom. 6 damage to creatures and or planeswalkers, 2 of them. And man, that is usually enough to get it done. But Luca, just the versatility of this guy. Stunning. And of course we can ping Ripjaw. It was mentioned in Discord. I don't know how I didn't see it, but that is a fantastic point. The -4, maybe you have 1 point of damage left over. Yeah, just ping your own Ripjaw. Draw a card, which is, insane value. But we'll get into things and cross the fingers that, I don't get too caught out needing a Brotherhood's End. But I think I have just so many bodies, big, scary, nasty bodies that should do the trick, hopefully. Lots of cost reduction, acceleration. We'll see. Either Domri or Luca to start, that would be fantastic. Luca especially, because it does get us 2 mana. And sometimes that is really all you need. Well, we can work with that. 3 lands, Thunderherd Migration. Should be quite fantastic, and it is very nice seeing 3 lands with 20 lands in total. I'm definitely liking 20 more than 18. I don't know that I would go too much higher than 20 though. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We've got something counter related. Oh boy. This could be painful. Azorius something. Now reveal shifting. It's the thing I was going to play next turn anyways, so might as well not give them any extra information. Oh boy. This is not good. Yeah, that is just unfortunate. We won't be able to block that Luminarch Aspirant. It's going to get to 6/6, sadly. Yeah. Going to have to take all that. If all goes well, Regis or Alpha next turn. Ooh, phew. Cross your fingers they don't have a counter spell. Okay, this is good. This is good. We confirm that fact. I think we might be able to take them out. Interesting. Bant, blue, white, and green counters or something. Yeah. If we can get Carnage Tyrant. Oh, we got Carnage Tyrant. Cross the fingers. Boom. Get her done. Lovely. Yeah. That 6 for a 7/6 can't be countered. Trample, hexproof, haste. Regis or Alpha does it again. Amazing. I was very worried about that, but they stumbled in the land department, thankfully for us. You never know what you're going to see here. I've never seen this particular variation, but the Ozolith, for anybody that hasn't seen it or forgot about it, from Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, put those counters on the Ozolith. So not just 1/1 counters, a lifelink counter, death touch counter, whatever it is. If we swept the board somehow, all the counters on the Luminarch aspirants would go to the Ozolith. They play some creature on a later turn, and during that combat, they can move all of those 1/1 counters, possibly a flying counter, everything, to supercharge one creature and just keep doing it again and again and again if we happen to keep removing that. That is a little bit painful. Yeah, loyalty counters too. Yes, if the Planeswalker is a creature, some wacky stuff can happen. Certainly, Paul, with the Ozolith here. But sideboarding, I don't want to get sidetracked talking to you guys too much. Interaction seems like it would be good. Seems like they won't interact too much with us, so yeah, we'll trim Gwenna. Domri, I like that. We might just need to target somebody big and powerful, and we can do that right away and early, and we get the ramp. Luca, if we play it for 4, we can't use his -4 again because he is sitting at 3. Bouncers beat down, nothing black related. I didn't see anything life gain, but they could have life gain or life gain counters. Yeah, life link counters. What? You know what I'm saying. Part blue, they could have counter spells, so I'll leave all the shifting Ceratopses in there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Definitely think Goreclaw is nicer to leave in. If they play a bunch of creatures, we might need that final push, the oomph, with Goreclaw attacking, giving +1/+1 and trample to everything. Yeah, this could be interesting. Okay. The heart of the cards is, well, with us. Oh, I jinxed myself. The Shadow Spear. I talked about lifelink. This is not going to be good. So, seeing that, I'm thinking probably bring in, Goreclaw. Bring in Rampaging Ferocidon if it does go to game 3 here. Oh, so it's like some sort of Hardened Scales. Probably Hardened Scales. Doubling 1/1 counters. That sort of thing. Shouldn't be too bad. It is nice to see Goreclaw. Topiary Stomper. Next turn. Yeah, that is going to be good. Barkhide Troll. Painful. This might get out of hand. Yes, I think it is going to be good. Everybody trample. Lifelink. Free life. Oh boy, it is, well, it's certainly not going so good. But we got Marauding, which is quite nice. I'll still go with Topiary Stomper. Maybe they can do something for a single white. It seemed like it paused there just for a second. Maybe they have some sort of instant speed removal, potentially. But if all goes well, and I think it might, I think Marauding, yeah. I figured Barkhide Troll wouldn't trade with it. If all that stuff sticks around, next turn Goreclaw plus Ripjaw Raptor. Spear does, yes. Spear takes priority with its ability there. They can pay 1, permanence your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So that's where that priority was coming from. But maybe we can make a big enough, nasty enough board. Lovely drawing a card with Ripjaw here. Another Ripjaw. Well. I'm going to attack with both of these because I feel pretty safe at the moment. Star Pupil, that's not too scary. I guess it's kind of scary. I wanted to do some damage, draw a card, but that Barkhide Troll being 8/8, that is not a pretty sight. I gotta leave Goreclaw. But yeah, man, Rampaging Frostodon. I should have listened to my gut. Yeah. Vorinclex certainly would be a very nasty addition with this list. Oh, look at this, folks. Carnage Tyrant is sitting at 2 green. Have you ever seen Carnage Tyrant for 2 green? What? 4 total reduction, 2 from Goreclaw, Marauding Huntmaster. Oh, that is just a sight to behold. And we can go with Castle Garenbrig here. We'll get the 6, 2 for Ripjaw, see what we draw. We might be able to just absolutely overwhelm them with damage here. Maybe we draw Ghalta. I did not... You never know what you're going to get. I said maybe Ghalta as we draw Ghalta, and we play Ghalta, and we play Carnage Tyrant. And what is going on here? This is not even cheating. This is good, clean cost reduction. What the heck? Yes, Ghalta has arrived. Oh, okay. We'll have that enter tapped. And we'll swing with Ghalta. And watch him. Oh, boom. And it changes Marauding Raptor. Look at this. Marauding chump blocked into Oblivion. Now not so much. A 9/4 trample. Very key. Ripjaw Raptor. 5/6 trample. Lovely. What are they going to do? Cry. I mean, that is a little bit painful. Well, they're still dead. Math is for blockers. Yes, they all get trampled from the bear. Paul, wow. Goreclaw, the namesake, the thumbnail sake of the night. Starting off absolutely disgustingly strong. Good game indeed. But yeah, so where's Goreclaw? Here. Place it to those bears. Yeah. Oh. It's at least worth it, I think. I've showcased a bunch of cards. I don't always use them. I try to keep things fresh. But there are fantastic options. Bolt Bend, changing the target of a spell, those protection spells. Treasure Map, of course. It isn't used tonight, but always seems to be a fantastic idea. Yes, very nice bear. The chat is covering it, unfortunately, but yeah. Whenever Goreclaw attacks, each creature you control with power 4 or greater gets +1/+1 and gains trample. Maybe not a lot of decks can make good use of, Goreclaw's ability. But, I mean, you saw right here, Ripjaw, Marauding, chances are, is at least 4 power. It's pinged 1 dino, at least, so meets Goreclaw's requirements. Yeah. It turns Ripjaw Raptor into absolutely scary. Maybe it's chump blocked by a 1/1. They don't get damage through, but a 5/6 trample whenever it's dealt damage draw card is way scarier. Topiary Stomper, of course. We didn't have 7 lands, but it could be a 5/5 trample vigilance. Lovely stuff right there. But yeah, that was all because of Goreclaw. It's all right. It is nice to start off on a positive note. We'll see if tonight is similar to the past 2 nights that I did this. The second match was Greasefang. Again, we do have Bouncer's Beatdown to help take down the Greasy Rat. That would be quite funny if it was Greasefang for that second match. But ooh, wow. Yeah, that was exciting stuff. My goodness. Our luck had to turn around at some point, I must say. Was a little bit bumpy the past few nights, but yeah, good clean magic, good clean cost reduction. Just play stuff and swing, and they're bigger, chances are, than what the opponent is doing. No, not an alchemy card. Yeah, it was back in M19 that it was first released. The year or the set that they first started doing the legendary permanent, legendary spell border treatment at the top there. Yeah, oh, it is, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it's valuable enough. I mean, you certainly saw it there. I did see my second copy, 2 of 2 copies, but it is so impactful. At least 2, maybe 3. Very scary, nasty stuff. Yeah, I can keep that. We eventually get to 3 lands with Thunderherd. We're on the draw, so there's a pretty good chance we'll draw a 3rd land here. Get to 4 with Thunderherd, I hope. Oh, we got Izzet Pyromancer. And there's that 3rd land. We got some forests already, so getting us to be able to start playing the good stuff. But we do need a mountain, just in case, of course, we draw Marauding, Hunt Master, that sort of thing. Goreclaw does kind of seem like an alchemy card, I guess, but yeah, M19, that was a few years ago now. Quite a few years ago now, my goodness. I think Ripjaw is nicer. They have a lot of, I hope, damage base removal. Maybe they have to double up on it to have enough to take out Ripjaw, and if we drew 2 cards, that would be quite devastating. Does seem like it is it Phoenix? Something like that? Droll Disco, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. I've been good, it's nice seeing your channel continue to grow. My own as well, doing quite nicely. I think it's got to be Thunderherd Migration. Get us to 5 for Regis or Alpha. Yeah, let's do that. I'll pay 1 because I can't use the extra mana, or if I only paid 2, there's nothing for 2 in my hand. Might as well not reveal that information. I'll leave Ripjaw behind. Likely deter most or all their aggression from the ground, because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We're not super low yet that maybe they would want to attack with everything, but attacking with those little tokens giving us a card draw, I mean, that is good. And it Strangle, fantastic that we didn't play Marauding Raptor or Huntmaster. They definitely would have been done for. Is it value? Yes. Yes. Something like that. Oh, we got Tyrranax Rex. My goodness. I was hoping that would happen. Now the question is, got to get around all those little tokens. Watch out for all those tokens. Regis or Alpha? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let me think. 2. 2, 4, 5, 8. 12 in total. I'm gonna try for it. Yeah, definitely, I would expect that. If they attacked with everything next turn, we'd be down to 3 or 4, roughly. I'll swing with all this stuff. That is going to be quite scary indeed. Maybe one of those little things blocks Ripjaw. We get card draw, which would be quite nice indeed. Tyrranax Rex is just going to be devastating for them. They're going to be very scared of that thing as well. Play with fire might do us in. That, I was worried about this. If we sit back, of course, things would have just gone downhill. Yeah, that will do it. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, nuts. Very scary stuff, of course, from the fantastic Izzet Pyromancer, Izzet value, whatever you want to call it. They just keep making little things. Eventually, they would have got the job done going wide, sadly. But that's all right. A little bit painful, of course. A sweeper would be quite fantastic in this particular scenario. Goreclaw, making everything bigger. Does seem nice. Gwenna, Eyes of Gaea, I think there's a pretty good chance at least she will get done for by their removal. Huntmaster as well, we saw play with fire, of course. Fantastic, plus strangle, all that stuff. We free up 4 spots for Luca, taking out multiple things. Multiple young pyromancers would be very nice indeed. Domri. Actually, rampaging Ferocidon. Lots of tokens. That could be quite painful. We just sit back, relax, have a ton of blockers, but then they keep just killing themselves. I like that. Maybe take out 1 shifting and bring in 1 Ripjaw. The full playset of this thing, because a lot of their stuff is damage-based removal, little creatures. We could get some fantastic value from Ripjaw in this instance. Nah, I want Domri. I want some more interaction, at least to take out the Ledger Shredders, because those things, that is scary stuff indeed. But it is nice. There's still plenty of reduction, plenty of ramping. Pseudo reduction, I guess, or pseudo ramping is cost reduction. Very interesting. Cut 2 Huntmasters, C, the only 2 in hand, but Thunderherd is very nice. Very, very lovely stuff. Hasty Ripjaw, turn 3 would be quite fantastic. We'll see if we feel good, but I'm betting it's going to be Thunderherd Migration on turn 2 just to be safe. Especially if they have any mana up. Blue, they could bounce Huntmaster. Red, of course. Play with fire. Oh. I bet there's a very good chance Huntmaster, yeah, still goes down. I'm just going to skip over Huntmaster. We could gain some value from it at a later turn. Cost reduction again, like Goreclaw, has an immediate impact, potentially helping to cast multiple things. Yeah, I bet they were going to do something to someone. I'm actually going to try for Huntmaster plus Topiary Stomper. That would be pretty sweet. I hope. We'll see if they have counter spells. Okay. Pretty good still. We drew a counter spell. If this Huntmaster survives, it's going to be explosive with Regis or Alpha. But we still could simply get Ripjaw. Good stuff. We're getting spoiled here. My goodness, folks. This is what you want to do. I was thinking Ripjaw, but we'll use up all available mana. Boom. Bing, bang. That is the aggression you want to see. I don't care who he blocks. I would be happy to take it out. Do it. It is a juicy... Am I saying that right? It is a nice target. Regis or the token, they're temporarily damaged, so it can incentivize the opponent maybe to blocking with a creature they might not have otherwise wanted to, simply because they can take it out. But again, I'm very happy if that happens. With this particular third path Iconoclast, I don't see him easily coming back from this. Ripjaw alone next turn is going to be very scary indeed. It is very scary decks like this with lots of potential chump blockers, but if the majority of things do have trample, Goreclaw, giving that to most creatures, that is good. Enough, I would hope. Maybe they have back-to-back Strangles, take out the token, plus Marauding Raptor would be quite painful. Oh, I think they're thinking about that. Try for Ripjaw. The thingamajig, counter it. Disdainful Stroke. Well, if they're going to counter something, I would rather it Ripjaw than Regis or Alpha, but that should basically lock things up still anyways. They have to block with both. Take them down to 1. Yeah, we got him. At least this game. Oh yeah, I guess I can end the turn. Yeah. Not sure what they would do to get him out of this. Nothing. Oh. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I did expect the third path Iconoclast. You see this, you would assume Young Pyromancer whenever they cast spells. This one, though, a better Young Pyromancer because they get a little token for non-creature spells. Not just instants and sorceries, I believe, like the Young Pyromancer is. They're already usually blue and red anyways, so third path Iconoclast was a fantastic upgrade for this deck. I mean, we did see the counter spells. Kind of tempted for Shifting Ceratops. Maybe take out one Luca. That shifting could be the deciding factor, I think. At least just getting a body down through, well, maybe they have a bunch of counter spells. Stuff that would bounce creatures. Fading Hope, of course, is something to keep in mind. Yeah. I always like to see him use Fading Hope on Topiary Stomper. Not so bad. We get to replay them and redo that enter the battlefield effect of searching for a basic land, putting it onto the battlefield, and yeah, that's always lots of fun. Oh, I love it. I love it. Again, I can't sing the praises of Temple of Abandon because I'm not doing a whole lot of things. Well, not really anything for one. Temple of Abandon as the first land of the game is, just beautiful stuff. We get closer to a land, if it's a land on top, whatever, it just smooths everything out. And it lets us keep hands a little bit more confidently with that scry. Getting one turn sooner to the third land. Mulligan to 4. Interesting. Well, we don't need Carnage Tyrant. So right there, boom. We are one turn ahead, draw-wise. I mean, I definitely have to go with Thunderherd Migration. That 100% has to happen. Hopefully getting a 4th land next turn. Goreclaw, likely. Domri plus Huntmaster would also be quite nice. Yeah, I think it's got to be Thunderherd Migration. I was really hoping for that 4th land, but we still should be able to make some good stuff happen. Shifting Ceratops next turn, dodge the counter spells. Luca, hopefully the turn after that to take out multiple things. Hope they don't have enough removal to drop shifting. That's not going to be fun. Cross your fingers. Oh boy. Well, they have something up their sleeve, a strangle for 1 red. Shifting could have been nice to block. Oh, Castle Garenbrig. That's where it's at. Now we got some stuff to consider. Could they have a counter spell? I think it has to be Luca to give us the best possible chance. Oh, here goes nothing. Nuts. That is not good. I guess that's just it. Yeah, well, sometimes it doesn't really work out. Certainly without the sweeper. They just made too much stuff, unfortunately. Pretty good all around. Very nice that second game, but yeah, Luca would have been good. Taking out 5 things, that definitely would have been enough. Still would have been rough. Whatever we played, the Carnage Taunt would have been a possibility, but we were already down to 10, and they probably still would have had enough creatures, total damage, just to go wide around us and, yeah, get the win, unfortunately. But still great overall. It is nice to see what Luca could have done, getting us possibly out of a very sticky situation right there. Dr. Metal Warlike. Something blue, maybe an Azorius match for the Knights. Again, always fantastic. This, I think we can make it work. On the draw, and I do love seeing Gwenna. That's going to help us get there for Regisaur, Goreclaw, possibly. Three chances to see that third land. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Mono Blue Devotion. That is very interesting indeed. Luckily we got the Thunderherd Migration, of course. That is going to be a big help. Would have been nice to be able to go Gwenna that turn since they were tapped out. Wouldn't have been able to counter it because you can imagine there is counter spells coming up. Ripjaw is going to be kind of painful, especially if we could possibly draw some extra cards in our turn. Narset, Parter of the Veils, is stopping any card draw after the first one. That is painful. Painful stuff. We're going to look to take her out, but we can expect some shenanigans. If there's a spell that both players draw cards, we would only draw one. It's not fun. Okay. No counter spell. That is very good. Maybe they don't have too many counter spells because it is Mono Blue Devotion. This is, I think, the first time I've ever faced Mono Blue Devotion. It's nice for a change, not always just mono green. Fading Hump. Yeah, not the end of the world. I think I'll get rid of Ripjaw. Hope we get a fourth land next turn for shifting. I still might try for Gwenna, but I mean, shifting against a deck that is mono blue, whether it's Devotion or otherwise, that is a pretty scary thing. Hello, how's it going? Arthelian, hopefully you're having a good night, morning, evening, whenever it is. Hopefully we get to stick something at some point. Curious how they think they're going to finish things off. Maybe shifting Ceratops is the ultimate scary thing, and we just don't really have to worry. As long as we can land one of these things, That might just do the trick. Yes, Dinos are OP. The first match tonight was absolutely fantastic. Ah. Painful. Yikes. Second match, Izzet Pyromancer. That was pretty good. They just got too big of a board, and like I mentioned tonight, I don't have any sort of sweeper. That can be nasty. Unfortunately, it does look like they can get Cityscape Leveler. Gonna try for Gwenna. They're tapped out. If she survives, oh, we're off to the races. Let's see. Oh boy, they got the Cityscape Leveler. 2, 5. No, not quite. Not quite this turn. Oh boy, that is not good. And Witness Protection is a permanent, even though they played it on our creature to stop stuff from happening. It increases the amount of blue mana they can get further. That is pretty good. Dinos are not so OP in this particular match. Yeah, kind of stumbling early on, but that is bound to happen to everybody at some point. It is very interesting though. A wide range tonight. Thunderherd Migration. We'll reveal the Dino. Maybe if they have a counter spell wanting us to pay an extra one, well, we're able to do that. Okay, okay. Takes our devotion down by 1, Witness Protection going away. Is quite nice. Still have to discard a card, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see lots of counter spells, lots of things that target stuff, so Carnage, Tyrant, Shifting, and T-Rex are going to be very key and focused for in game 2 coming up here. So of course I would rather mono blue devotion simply because there's shifting Ceratops. That would be a very nice thing indeed. 2. Well, they can't go Cityscape Leveler, but they can only destroy non-land permanents. We only have lands as permanents, so that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What are they thinking? Should probably read Finale of Revelation. Relevation. Draw X cards, X's 10 or more. Shuffle graveyard into library. Draw X cards, untap 5 lands. Ooh, that is scary stuff. That looks pretty fantastic. I'm kind of tempted to use it. If I ever go Tamer Dino Ramp, that would be pretty sweet. They don't have a lot of stuff that is dealing damage to us, so we could do some nice things this turn. Marauding would be good. Hopefully. They only have 2 left. Marauding and Shifting. I'm going to try for Gwenna again and cross my fingers. Maybe they were saving a bouncing spell, another Witness Protection for Gwenna. Prepared for it. Cityscape Leveler, though, likely coming down next turn, taking out Gwenna, or it is going to be that Sky Sovereign console flagship. Unfortunately, Gwenna at 3, but we've got to try for something here. They don't have a whole lot of creatures, and we have big scary dinos that, well, they might not be able to handle if and when we can land them. It is pretty annoying, though. Bouncing stuff, making them a legitimate business person. A 1/1, lose all abilities, creature types. Dragging on. But we could drop Carnage Tyrant, Tyrranax Rex, Galta, a lot of stuff next turn. If they, for whatever reason, happened to not take out Marauding and Gwenna, Oh, we would pop off. Oh, so much. The Jace, that's kind of... Well, I mean, it's still pretty problematic. They can go Cityscape Leveler still. Because of Nykthos, my goodness. I never would have expected Mono Blue Devotion. We've seen Bant, Hardened Scales, 1/1 counters, putting double of those on Izzet Pyromancer, lots of little tokens. And then this, I have no idea what we're going to face coming up. Maybe it will be that Grease Fang. Gwenna's going down 100%. So they can do something to Gwenna then. With that 4 blue that they have. Ugh. Darn. Well, that's no fun. Mono Blue Devotion Super Friends, it seems. Karn, Narset, Jace. Maybe some other version of Jace. Okay. Goreclaw it is. Actually, we're probably not busting through this. Shifting probably would have been better. I think it's going to be too much of an uphill slog, an uphill battle, but take a peek and wonder what would be a good sideboard option. I know exactly what we're going to be bringing in. Back to Nature is going to turn it back around for us. Mono Blue Devotion, of course, they want permanents, enchantments, anything blue related. So taking out Omen of the Sea, very good, but taking out their nasty, painful witness protections, also very, very good. I imagine they have maybe other blue enchantments potentially, but even if I was just able to take out witness protection, oh, that would do the trick. Gwenna, Goreclaw, whatever it is. Goreclaw being a legitimate business person is a pretty hard sell. Gwenna, not so much. But back to Nature, that's where it's at. Ripjaw, we can easily cut that, take out 3 Ripjaw, bring in 3 back to Nature, because they certainly don't have a lot of creatures and a low chance we're going to be drawing cards, and we might not be able to draw any cards anyways, especially if Narset is out, stopping us from drawing any extra other than the first one. Counterspell protection? Well, I do like that with Domri, I must say. I'll leave them out. I don't think they have a whole ton of counterspells, and we got 4 Carnage, 4 Shifting, 3 Tyrranax Rex already that are protected from that. That looks good to me. Oh, it's going to be surprising. I never expected to face this particular deck, and they probably won't expect Back to Nature. Oh, look at that. If they don't answer us, they are done for. Turn 2 Huntmaster, turn 3 Gwenna, turn 4 Tyrranax Rex. We would be at 4 lands, Tyrranax Rex reduced to 6, 4 lands plus Gwenna, a total of 6 mana. She untaps, and everything just goes downhill for them. And definitely, I'm kicking myself. I didn't retry Gwenna when T-Rex was released, but I'm very excited about this hand right here. Couldn't have asked for anything better. I mean, could have asked not for both Gwennas, but this will be good. This will be good. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Hopefully they don't have Fading Hope or something, or another Witness Protection. Well, we'll deal some damage with our legitimate business. Oh my goodness. Nasty. But they would have been dead basically otherwise. They had to do this. They're going to run out of gas at some point here. It definitely is much better than the previous game. I mean, just T-Rex and Carney T. Plus we have Castle Garenberg. If we can get to 5 lanes, we get Carnage Tyrant. Yes, it is Dino time. And have you ever seen Mono Blue Devotion? I don't think a lot of people have. Well, I guess you could probably do a Nykthos, Mono, Devotion, any deck, really. No Fading Hope, no Witness Protection. Let's go, let's go. It is. It definitely is an interesting deck idea. Oh, they're done for. We got him. We got him. Gee, I wonder if that's good. Lights out. Good luck. Peace. I think they're going to have a tough time stopping that. I almost played Marauding first, but Gwenna, a total of 6 untaps from Carnage, then we go Marauding. That would have been bad if I played Marauding first. But yeah, I'm laughing on the inside after that. Fantastic. It's kind of interesting that I have seen Gwenna quite often, even only having 2 copies. Again, I might increase it to 3, maybe, just because Gwenna is so impactful. But they're not going to be doing a whole lot through this. Yeah. Oh, that is painful, I must say. Tyrranax Rex? Yeah. 2, 4, yeah. Looks good enough for me. Yeah, I'll just swing with everything. I don't care what they block. I want to do as much damage as possible, and that might be enough to just get it done. So many ways to win. Oh, yes. There you go. I knew we had a very good chance. We had a fantastic opening right there. I mean, I don't even think they saw shifting. They didn't see it that first. Pretty sure they didn't see it the first game. They didn't see it the second game. Carnage Tyrant and T-Rex are scary enough as is, but with this, they're going to be feeling the pain. And keep in mind, we brought in Back to Nature to destroy their blue enchantments, Witness Protection, of course, and the other thing. So it's nice that we could still surprise them with that. A little bit painful here. Nothing for 2. It could be worse. I do like seeing Goreclaw. You know what? I'm going to keep it. 12 things for 2. I was going to say 12 things for 2. There's a very good chance we at least get something for 2, or Topiary Stomper for 3, or Gwenna. Something that is going to get us a play coming up. Oh, 4 lands. Oh, I almost played the Forest. I didn't get my Sorcery Red for Marauding. Hopefully it's not countered. Gotta try for stuff. Omen of the Sea. That's what it is. That was on the tip of my tongue. Excuse me. It would be nice if Marauding stuck around, but I don't have high hopes for that. Oh. Well, I'll try for Goreclaw. Maybe it draws out a counter spell, and then it allows Regis or Alpha to come down next turn safely, because, well, maybe that's the only counter spell they have. Hopefully. But they probably have a bunch of counter spells. Shifting. Shifting. A fading hope. Oh my goodness. Well, that's okay. I mean, that's fantastic. Actually, that's not bad. They want to spend 4 to bounce Marauding. They lose out on a land. That could be very detrimental to them. But, again, cost reduction. Immediate impact. Marauding for 2, reducing Gwenna to 2. And if they don't do something, it's basically over next turn. Oh my goodness. I'm loving Gwenna. I'll go with Temple of Abandon. Now the question is, try for Marauding plus Carnage Tyrant. I'm going to try for it. I'm going to be extra greedy here. Oh, Gwenna was absolutely always so strong. But, yeah, that's pretty good. Wow. Why was I not doing this sooner with T-Rex? That's all right. Yeah. Gwenna has increased in price at least. I did see a post about it. River's Rebuke. Oh, that's all right. And that's why you do stuff with haste. Oh, I almost played stuff and I didn't do lethal there. Okay. There we go. Mono blue Devotion. We have a deck that naturally takes it down, even though that deck is not so common. But yeah, some of you guys watching previously last November, months ago, you got to witness the power of Gwenna, Goreclaw, sometimes the combination of the two, or just Gwenna to power out the big stuff. That is, I think, the missing link. Again, that it just wasn't using. Get us over the edge, power out the big scary things. Castle Garenbrig, of course, is quite nice. Technically, tapping for 2 green, getting us 1 closer, but whew, good game. Yes. Yes, indeed. My oh my. Greasefang coming up, maybe. Something black related. It is kind of nice, I must say, not facing as much black or partially black decks 2 nights ago. Yeah, well, that was painful. I think I faced mono black twice plus Dimir Control. Definitely an even better matchup than Azorius Control. And speaking of Azorius Control, even if that's our best matchup and the other matchups are not so good, the fact that we can take down a very popular deck like Azorius Control is, I'll keep saying it, a good tick in the box of dinos having nice potential, having a good chance at least. Oh, you know what that calls for? Had to happen at some point. No land. Oh, well, that's infinitely better. Now let's think about this. Shifting would be nice. Gwenna untapping, tapping, Thunderherd. We don't know what we're facing, of course, so maybe we would want to keep Thunderherd instead. Topiaries. Oh, no, not shifting. You know what? I'm going to send shifting to the bottom. I'll play it safe just because I don't know what we're up against. Marauding plus Thunderherd plus Topiary, Gwenna. Nice, stable. Oh, we got Selesnya Angels potentially. We want to go as fast as humanly possible. We're going to go with Marauding, and I'm going to hope that they don't have Portable Hole or something for it. Marauding this turn, Gwenna next turn. Oh, yes, it is Selesnya Angels. So we do have the fantasticness of Rampaging Frostodon coming in strong for game 2 here, stopping pretty much everything they were planning to do. Useful Valkyrie, that's not so bad. They're only at 24 now. Yeah. Well, we can go double Topiary Stomper. All thanks to Gwenna. That's pretty good. I think this should work out. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. I forgot. I'm bad at math. We're going Ghalta. Then Topiary. Three lands here, folks. That's all right by me. That's all right by me, I must say. The Queen, yes. That's pretty good. Nobody in their right mind would say that's bad, but they could still get us. It is Angels. Explosive life gain potential. Oof. Well, they're going to be taking a lot of damage coming up. Hopefully swinging with as much as humanly possible. Oh, we almost didn't tap Gwenna. Really what I should have done was reveal Carnage, try and get another land with Thunderherd Migration. We wouldn't have got to 7 to turn on the Topiary Stompers, unfortunately, but... Oh, taking out Marauding Raptor. I will definitely take out the slightly big youthful Valkyrie. At the very least we did take him down a notch. Have to do something quick though. Oh, Skyclave Apparition. Well, it does make sense they get rid of Gwenna, but we still got nice, big, boom, scary damage. Oh, Tyrranax Rex. That would have been pretty sweet if we were able to play that guy. Well, just pay one. Might as well not reveal that we have that as a potential. 19 trample damage is still pretty good. They only have one card left in their hand. So I'm feeling pretty positive. Down to 1. Hopefully there's no Collected Company coming in strong, but Giada. Yikes. Kazandu Mammoth is not going to save him, I don't think. Alright. Is that enough to do it? Trade with the Mammoth, that's fine. Attack with it. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. It's a very small sample size, I must say. And going back to Draconic Destiny, I did have a few games where it was fantastic. Maybe coloring my opinion of that fantastic enchantment. Giving a creature flying hastes +1/+1. And then being able to sink whatever free mana I had to pump it up stronger. Yes, nice indeed. But this is not just a small sample size. Going back months, again, you guys saw what Gwenna did. You're seeing it once again. This is where it's at, I think. Rampaging Frostodon is where it's at, really. Riptoraptor, maybe it's drawn some stuff. You know what? I'll take out Goreclaw. Yeah. Just because Ripjaw synergizing with Goreclaw's ability there, reducing Ripjaw's cost. But since we replaced Ripjaw with some Rampagings, there's less things for Goreclaw to reduce. There's still plenty, probably, but we had to make space for Rampaging Frostodon at some point. Oh, and Gwenna as well, my goodness. The shuffler's on my side tonight. Maybe I should have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively for that Rampaging, because they could simply pop off this turn coming up. Yes, it does have no extra cards, which, I mean, it's not bad. I can take this exact list, go to Pioneer, my local game store, whatever it is. Ooh, Ooh, this is tempting. Oh, let's see. Let's think about this. What might they do to someone? Something. Skyclave apparition potentially to exile somebody. Would I rather Gwenna? I think I would rather Gwenna. Cross my fingers. Just because Gwenna needs to be out for a turn to be able to tap and untap. Collected Company coming down hot. I think. Oh yeah, big time. Okay. Let's think about this. Goreclaw for... well, we'll definitely use Castle Garenbreak. That's certainly happening. Goreclaw for 4. At the moment we have 8. Yeah. We'll try this. This is going to be good. Regisaur Alpha. Yeah. I was thinking I might be able to go Tyrranax Rex, but my math was off, sadly. Collected Company, though. No Collected Company. Oh my goodness. I was expecting that. They might be building up mana for Kaya's something. Yeah. Kayla's reconstruction. Oh, phew. It's not too scary angels. But, I mean, they're still pretty much done for here. Oh. Disgusting. Attack with everything. Guess I didn't really need to attack with that little token, but well, on the off chance they want to block a bunch of stuff, that's good. And going back to Tyrranax Rex there, with the poison counters, of course. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. We're on fire tonight. I've gone back to the secret sauce of Gwenna, Eyes of Gaea, synergizing and potentially gaining extra value. Carnage Tyrant as the toppest of top ends. Galta oftentimes is cast for cheap. But Carnage Tyrant as the only thing at the top, it's nice, but you want a little bit more potential. Didn't even need rampaging, I know. And I may never need rampaging if you think about it. Like I was saying, Tyrranax Rex here with the Toxic 4 eventually getting 10 poison counters. They simply lose there. It doesn't matter how much life they have. I mean, it is very scary. But just Toxic in general could be some way to get around things. Maybe, potentially, I can trim rampaging to lean a little bit more onto the toxic side of things and just simply get the job done that way. Something to consider, but like I was mentioning, it didn't feel quite right. There wasn't maybe quite enough big creatures to really have Gwenna, be able to tap, untap as much as I was wanting. Goreclaw as well. But with Tyrranax Rex, it definitely feels like a good thing. I mean, you've seen the big scary dinos the past few weeks. However long Tyrranax Rex has been released, you've seen big scary dino do its thing, and we did our thing there. Wow, I can't believe I didn't even need this. My goodness. It's not often I can beat Selesnya Angels without that guy. But yeah, definitely going to be looking into the toxic angle of stuff. Man. We had to have a good night eventually, I must say. My goodness. Definitely pick up Gwenna, Eyes of Gaea if you can. And I was mentioning before how she had increased in price. It seemed like it was only the extended art for whatever reason. Her normal art, normal border, still ticked up in price, but yeah. that does the trick. Now let's see what we face here. Ooh, that is fantastic. For a third of the stuff for 2. Got to play Castle Gathering first, of course. We don't have a forest, which would help it enter the battlefield untapped on turn 2. But now we're dealing with Grixis. A very good chance, I would assume, they have Fatal Push. Taking out Huntmaster or Marauding. We'll play it safe. We do get to reveal Marauding, which is lovely stuff. I'm going to grab a Mountain just in case. I do want to go Huntmaster plus Marauding next turn. But yeah, I suspected something would happen to one of these guys. And like I was saying, we can chain both of them if it makes sense to do so. That was close. It almost used up my 2 sources of red because it is Karplusan Forest. For whatever reason, it doesn't factor in cost reduction and other creatures you have in hand. And it has caught me out before when I've wanted to do something like this. I haven't been able to play Marauding because the only land that's left untapped is Castle Garenbrig. And it was a very sad time, but I try to avoid that. Usually I catch myself, but still the auto tapper, it can do you in. Seems alright. What do we got? Some shenanigans, reanimation, transmogrify. Oh, Atraxa. So, maybe? Something interesting's happening. We're definitely not blocking. Fable of the Mirror Breakers, back to nature, is going to be quite nice, at least to take those out. Maybe this is something enchantment related. Enigmatic Incarnation, something like that. But Topiary Stomper, definitely. Want to get at least to 4, maybe 5 next turn, and do stable things. Possibly could get to 7 lands next turn if I draw the 5th one, plus 2 Thunderherd migrations. But there might be something better that I want to do. I mean, a double reflection is going to be very painful, and it was kind of nice seeing him discard 2 lands. Things are going to get very scary when that second Fable flips. I'm going to be making a lot of copies of stuff. I'm just happy that Huntmaster has stuck around as long as it has. What do we got going on? What are we facing? Your guess is as good as mine. 4-color hodgepodge. I guess 5. 3. Fable of the Mirror Breakers. In the top 16. Ouch. Well. We're just dead next turn. With the reflection that makes so many tokens, I'm quite sure we're dead. Yeah, I'll try for Gwenna. That could be our best thing. If Gwenna untaps, that is technically 4 mana right there. Shifting Ceratops, and then we do something else afterwards. Probably Shifting plus Ripjaw. Oh, Fable is so strong. You wouldn't expect 3, of course. Reduke the first game in his final match to win the Pro Tour. He got a bunch of Fable of the Mirror Breakers. Okay, so we got enchantment based. Hey, at the very least, I strongly confirm that fact. We will pack it in. 100%. Ouch. But it is nice to have this if and when you do face an enchantment-based deck. Now, maybe 3 copies is overkill. I do see a lot of people use 2, but you want to bring the pain to a deck like that pretty consistently. So I feel a lot more comfortable, just because this is so powerful, upping it to 3 copies. I don't think it would ever go to 4, but I just want to see it a touch more than 2 copies, basically. What to cut? That's the question. Probably Ripjaw Raptor, I would imagine. Not a whole lot of creatures. I mean, they did certainly get quite a few with those Goblin Shamans and that, but for the most part, I don't think they have too many. Bouncers beat down. I mean, if they are cheating out Atraxa, I should probably figure out how you pronounce that, but Grand Unifier enters the battlefield. Look at the top 10 cards. Put a card of each card type into their hand. Very scary stuff. I don't think it's that. It's probably just 5 color enchantments, hopefully. Leave it at that. Yeah. All right. Hopefully we can get the win again without revealing the fact we have Back to Nature. That is always very key. Don't use it if you don't absolutely have to, because it is a fantastic surprise. If there is something that is so key and just absolutely devastating against a particular deck, maybe, you know, they see it game 2 and then that completely changes how they play in game 3. But maybe they feel pretty confident in game 3 because they didn't see it. They play a bunch of, oh boy. I don't think we can risk it. Man, if only we had a mountain and a forest. I definitely would keep that. It's sad. Okay, that is a lot better. It's no Back to Nature, but it is lovely stuff. Huntmaster. We saw the painful things they can do. Marauding? Well, I like it. Again, Marauding can die quite easily to their stuff. But we'll go with Thunderherd Migration. We have a Dino now, and I forgot that fact. Getting Marauding, allowing us to go Thunderherd, nice, stably. Castle Garenbrig plus the mountain. Eventually getting to 5 lands in total with the castle. Getting us to that Carnage Tyrant at some point, I hope. Goreclaw? Yeah, maybe. You know what? Let's try for good old Goreclaw. Maybe a little bit harder to take out than what Marauding would have been. Hey, there we go. Looks like they maybe didn't get another land. Oh, yes. Like I was saying, folks, there it is. Atraxa, Grand Unifier. Oh, you gotta be kidding. They got the Fatal Push. Oh, but we got the Carney T. Whoopee. Yeah, I was suspecting something like Transmogrify. Cheat out this very, very scary thing. Still, I think they probably have lots of enchantments. Hopefully, Back to Nature is going to do the trick. At the very least, taking out Reflection of Kiki-Jiki is a pretty sweet thing. Yeah, well, try for Huntmaster. That's pretty good. Hopefully Carnage Tyrant is enough to get the job done, though. I mean, they got to do something quick. This Phyrexian Obliterator. Well, that's no fun. Oh, well, we got Back to Nature. I do like that. Phyrexian Obliterator, block that. Nah. I want to at least wait another turn, see what happens. Hopefully they don't make a sacrifice Carnage Torrent here. That could sadly be something. At the very least, they'll never attack with Phyrexian Obliterator, so, you know, that is a pretty good positive with them being so low. Oh, I'm out of coffee, my goodness. I went to take a sip and there was nothing there. But yeah, it looks like five color basic land, 5 color domain, I should say. With a side of cheating out Atraxa Grand Unifier. Pretty scary stuff. Play some enchantments. At the very least, we got one turn before they get this thing down. Actually, they don't have a source of green, so we're good still. Luckily. Maybe they play Fable of the Mirror Breaker plus Leyline Binding. We could take both those out with Back to Nature. That would be pretty devastating for them. Oh, yeah. That's nasty. Dirty. I'm just gonna spam the Crying Dino. Reducer Alpha is kind of cool. We'll still wait and build up the board, but Ghalta would certainly be enough, I think, to finish things off. Yeah, if we see Ghalta, maybe another Carnage Torrent. That might be enough trample damage to bust through and do the trick. Has to be a one-hit kill at this point. Maybe they forgot and thought they had a source of green and they were hoping to play Atraxa, but that's not happening. Oh, Solar Flare, Justice Strike versus Obliterator, yes. Or Solar Blaze, I think it is. Yeah, Solar Blaze. Solar Flare, of course, I mean, that is an actual thing. So, I made that mistake as well. But yeah, oh, that is tempting. If, you know, this Phyrexian Obliterator was more common, I definitely consider it. I guess it's a staring match at this point. And I mean, it would be quite easy to splash for Solar Blaze or Justice Strike, only needing a single white. I could easily slap in one basic plains, possibly have it in the sideboard, plus those things, if and when I do face Phyrexian Obliterator, Sheoldred, something like that. She kills herself because she does have Death Touch. But because there's 4 Topiaries, 4 Thunderherd Migrations, there is a very good chance that, you know, you see that source of white. Either you see the land itself plus one of those. So 9 chances to get your source of white. That's pretty consistent in my books. You should basically see that every game. You see that chance. Well, Topiary, we're making more bodies. Question is, would I have enough to get her done here? One Phyrexian Obliterator blocks Carnage Torrent. Another one blocks Regis or Alpha. Oh, it might be enough. They could have removal though. We got to think about that. I imagine they have some sort of removal. Definitely, definitely. Oh wait, they got something they can do at instant speed. If I had an even wider board, or if they were tapped out somehow, definitely, we could have got them. Yeah. I am very curious, what do they have up their sleeve? They're still not doing a whole lot. Oh, there's the leyline binding. Okay, okay. This is good. This is very good. Maybe they have more leyline bindings. I'm going to hold off. Go back to nature at the end of their turn, this turn. Maybe they go Atraxa. But that's going to be pretty nice. Beautiful. I hope they don't have a counter spell. That'd be pretty sad for us. Oh. Okay. We get to redo that enter the battlefield effect. We get another token. Oh, lovely stuff. Huntmaster? Is that enough to do it? Let's think. Maybe. Nah, I'll wait. I'll wait. If they get their source of green, play Atraxa, they're mostly tapped out, and then it could be safe to do. Oh, they have a sweeper. I'm pretty sure they have a sweeper. Well, we'll take out Blood Tithe Harvester, take the 10, because they wouldn't be attacking otherwise if that was the case. Might as well save my lands. Guess I could have blocked with some creatures. At least one Phyrexian Obliterator. Wow. Okay, my goodness. Whew. I keep saying, maybe Carnage Tyrant and Tyrranax Rex combined are not good, but Tyrranax Rex is the ultimate top deck of top decks. Holy cow. Wow. My goodness, it was hard resisting the urge not to attack. But again, they likely had stuff at instant speed, which we did see with leyline binding, whatever. It was too risky, even though we did have lethal a couple times there. And again, maybe they would have gone Atraxa at some point when they got their source of green, and oh boy. Whew. If you want a top deck, it's hard to top that. Haste. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Let's hope I can repeat that turn of events. My goodness. Scary stuff. They did see back to nature, unfortunately. I mean, we had to do it to possibly get lethal the following turn. They're armed with that information, but maybe it makes them play a little bit more conservatively, dumping a bunch of enchantments, keeping in mind that back to nature is on the menu. Maybe back to nature will send them back to silver 2. I would like to keep it. I would like to be greedy, but no. Oh, okay, good. Definitely a lot better. Interesting seeing 2 copies of the Queen. Of course, no, I'll just send one to the bottom. Oh, this could be explosive if they don't deal with Marauding Raptor. 2 of them. Ghalta. I think we gotta do Ghalta instead. Play it safe. Maintain lots of good cost reduction. And hope they don't kill it, but that's probably happening. Ugh, Liliana. This is going to be an uphill battle. Big time. Goreclaw is quite nice, eventually, I hope. Okay, not too bad. They'll be down to 1 card in their hand. We get to go Goreclaw next turn, which would... Yeah, we gotta force them, hopefully, to get rid of Liliana. Make him go -2. Crossing my fingers. Oh, Heartless Act, my... This is not a pretty sight. Dirty. Ouch. That's no fun. I mean, it would have been completely downhill and dead if things had gone a little bit differently. Yeah, we're not coming back from that. You can't win them all. That's all right. Hopefully take something down the next game. But again, it was varied, diversified, fantastic and stunning. Seeing that top deck of Tyrranax Rex never gets old. Zakama not in the deck. I definitely should consider it now with the reintroduction of Gwenna. Tapping for 2 mana in any combination of colors, I think it is, to play a creature, and Gwenna's ability can be used for creature abilities. Zakama, of course, used in Lotus Field, Turbo Ramp, whatever you want to call it. That is scary stuff. This is a keeper of a hand due to Temple of Abandon quite confidently. We should get to our second land to be able to play stuff, but yeah, Zakama, I should consider that. Oh, we don't need another Hunt Master. Hopefully things go our way. Ooh, oh, that's not another land. That's not good. Esper Control. Ugh, painful. Well, I imagine stuff is going to get killed or countered. I'll get rid of Hunt Master. Yeah, that's too bad. 2 copies? Well, I think maybe just 1 copy of Zakama would be good enough. Esper Control should be quite nice, you know, when... Oh, we do get lands. What the heck is going on? 1 land in the top 10. That is a very, very low chance indeed. That's got to be 0.1% less, maybe. We got our second land finally. I can't risk it. I want to get to a 3rd one at some point. I don't think we have a very good chance at this point, but you know, they got lots of counter spells. At the very least, shifting is protected. But I think I will experiment with Zakama. I may not need any source of white, potentially because of Gwenna. But yes, I am running Ghalta. 2 copies. I do like 3. 2 copies of Ghalta. I don't quite see her as much. I used to run 4 copies of Galta, but basically Galta is always in to some amount. And yeah, I will hope for the best here. Hope this isn't countered. Oh, it will be countered. What am I thinking? They should counter this. Yeah. Oh, a lot of heavy hitters. Absolutely. Absolutely. The shifting Ceratops as well, which I think is more right to start off with shifting in the main board instead of the sideboard. Fantastic body all around. Just a good general thing, and you get something very nice whenever you do face a deck with lots of counter spells, part blue, mono blue spirits. Oh boy, my goodness. 2 lands in the top 13. It's getting interesting indeed. Can we make anything happen? I think it's going to be too much of an uphill battle, especially with all those planeswalkers. Yeah, that's too rough, unfortunately. Ripjaw, big time. We can cut that. Domri, well, they got counter spells. One Rampage. Guess they could have some enchantments, Leyline Binding, potentially. They are in 3 land types, so Leyline Binding could be cast for 3. They got Omen of the Sea. Shark Typhoon, definitely, but yeah, we'll leave it like that. They might not cast too many or any enchantments, and they might just cycle away that Shark Typhoon just to make the Shark token. But yeah, there's a very good chance it won't be worse than that. Yeah, it was 98 point something% chance to see the second land by turn 2 on the draw, and we got an extra draw technically with that Temple of Abandon, and we still didn't see it. Well, there's 2 lands. I'm keeping that. Send Rampaging to the bottom. Definitely shifting Ceratops against this. Where's that source of red when you need it? Oh, good stuff. Likely somebody's getting something done to him. Play it safe. Topiary Stomper. Get a mountain just so I have my 2 sources of red for Huntmaster plus Marauding, if I want to go with that. Oh, and another... Yeah, we're off to the races here. We'll try for it. Boom. Lovely. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper, but we're at 5 lands with at least one of those lands being Castle Garenbrig. If they sweep us, we're able to go with Carnage Tyrant. We're able to easily go Tyrranax Rex with all this cost reduction. They're getting scared. Digging for a sweeper, I imagine. Hopefully that's not the case. Extinction. Oh, they got a sweeper. Sadly. Extinction event. Supreme Verdict. That's alright. Domri, they're tapped out. Lovely that they can't counter it. And we get Huntmaster, so we're easily able to play anything we draw. And if it's not one of those uncounterable dinos, well, we still hopefully get to land it. Field of Ruin. Not so bad. We do have 3 Castle Garenbrig, so it's not a problem if they do decide to get rid of that. Okay. I'll try with the Hunt Master and hope they don't cycle Shark Typhoon to make a big flying shark. I jinx myself. My goodness. Painful. At the very least, I think Domri should survive. Gwenna, probably not. Hopefully she does. I mean, we don't have anything that she can power out at the moment. Okay, they got the Shark Typhoon. They're wide open and we don't have anything, sadly. Next turn, it'll happen. Yeah, sometimes you get flooded, sometimes you don't. Shifting Ceratops is going to be very devastating, especially in the face of all these flying sharks. We got to at least probably see shifting this next turn to have any chance. It's not shifting. The sharks will probably be enough to get the job done, unfortunately. Man, that's a lot of Shark Typhoons. They cycled one. Cycled another one. And they have this. 3 of the Shark Typhoons so early on. My, oh my. That tends to do the trick. Nah, that's alright. I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Fantastic overall. Definitely going to be continuing with this. Whether or not I make major tweaks, I probably won't, but you know, extra copy of Gwenna here, there, something like that. There's definitely enough cost reduction, ramping to facilitate even those big things with still a pretty low land count of 20, maybe up it to 21, 22, but nah. Even with that, you still will see funny hands and funny turns of events like we did see tonight. Overall, very good. So thanks for watching, everybody. Anybody new, thanks for watching right now, later on, whenever it is. Hopefully you didn't fall asleep too early into this, but again, see the chapters after I add them. And yeah, have a good one. Peace. See you next time. Not tomorrow night, maybe not over the weekend. I've got in-laws coming, but maybe post, you know, some match from my phone, something like that. So keep an eye out for it, and yeah, have a good one.